Hi, welcome back to Lakeside Farm. Today we are going to be addressing the problem of pneumonia. It is a common problem, it is widely spread among farmers, and even us, yes, it affects us, it has been affecting us. You know, as goat farmers, we must know that so many challenges that come to us can be detrimental. Pneumonia is one of those problems, and with the right knowledge and the right application of that knowledge, you can actually overcome pneumonia. Not completely, but you can do things that will ensure that you reduce the effect pneumonia will have on your goats, especially the goat kids. And for us, this is what we have done. Well, pneumonia is a mix of a virus and a bacteria. But what we know mostly is that these things thrive from very dirty environments. If you leave goat poop there, if you leave the urine and the place is damp, there the bacteria will definitely enjoy a thriving moment and they will grow and affect your goats. So what you have to do is ensure that the place where your goats stay is clean. They have to sweep outside the goat's pen, they have to sweep inside the goat's pen and ensure that all the poop and all the urine is removed from where the goats actually spend their time. Even before they go to eat, they have to have a clean environment. When they are laying around, taking a rest, enjoying the morning sun, yes, they must have a clean environment. Hygiene is a must. If you are going to avoid pneumonia, you must have good hygiene for your goats. Make sure the place is always swept, the place is always clean, and do not allow, especially the kids, to be in dirty environments, because these kids, like I've always said, these kids are still growing. Their immune system is not as strong as the big goats. The big goats can sometimes fight and come out of it, but the small goats cannot, because their lungs are still small, their immune system is still small. So if you bring all this pneumonia bacteria and load it onto them, it is going to be something hard for them to fight. So what you have to do is to ensure that the kids, especially the kids, are always in a clean environment. Where they sleep and where they spend most of their time, it always has to be clean. And there you'll be able to fight pneumonia using hygiene. Then let's talk about housing. As I've told you before, that giving your goats a big environment where they sleep and where they spend their time is very important. Yes, even in avoiding pneumonia, it is very, very important. Overcrowding and poor ventilation can easily cause pneumonia, because overcrowding and poor ventilation actually cause stress to your goats. And when stress is caused among these goats, their immune system automatically lowers. And when pneumonia finds them with a low immune system, it will definitely take a toll on them. You'll see your goats starting to cough, you'll see your goats starting to sneeze, they will start to have mucus, and they won't be able to breathe properly. And the next thing you know, your goats will start dying. So for you to avoid these issues of pneumonia taking a toll on your goats, you must ensure that your goat pens are large enough to ensure that they give each goat enough space for it to rest, enough space for them to move around and enjoy, other than overcrowding them into one space. And also ventilation. We used to build our goat pens with timber cutoffs, and we would put them on all the sides like this. But we realized that if we do that, the aeration is very poor. And when that aeration is very poor and already they are overcrowded in there, their immune system is getting lowered by the stress and by the poor air that they are breathing in. That means when pneumonia comes, it already finds a weakened goat, and it's going to take a toll on your goats. So for us, what we decided to do here is what you see. Like, for example, this goat pen, it is open. All we did is put chain link around it, and we made sure that we don't put the offcuts everywhere. We just put them to ensure that they are holding the chain link properly, so these goats cannot go through and fall over. But this chain link is enough. The air comes through and goes out, and all the urine that would have been here and the poop smelling is already swept out, and when the wind comes, it blows out all the smell and all that, and these goats are able to enjoy this particular goat pen. When we were still having one small goat pen, it was a big challenge, because actually these goats did not even go to sit in there during the day. But as you can see, this time around, it's time for them to be outside. But you see most of them behind me, they are seated in here. Others are outside walking around and enjoying themselves. But these ones behind me, you see, are seated in here. Others are licking mineral salts, because this place is aerated enough, it's spacious enough, and they are able to enjoy this space. And this freedom helps them to build a strong immunity. So always ensure that you have a goat pen that is of good size and it's well aerated, so that you don't have smells, you don't have overcrowding that can eventually lower your goat's immune system. Remember back in the day I spoke about separation of kids from the mothers? That is so important. Ensure that where your goat kids are sleeping, the mother goats do not actually access that place. Well, those that are breastfeeding, they can access it, but just for a short while. As soon as the kids have finished suckling, you can now chase the mothers out, clean the environment, and ensure that your goat kids are not sleeping in a damp environment and an environment that hasn't been clean. Goat poop is in there, the urine is in there. No, ensure that the place is well ventilated and clean. Someone asked me that, can coldness kill baby goats? Yes, coldness can kill baby goats, but what do you have to do? Give them a well-ventilated space, but what you must ensure is that the rain does not get in there at all, because when it's dry, properly dry, remember these are animals, they have their animal coat. This coat is to protect them against all sorts of weather elements, and that also protects them against the cold. So don't overclose where they are staying and they have nowhere to breathe from. Ensure that they have enough breathing space. Yes, you're protecting them from the cold, but also protect them from any respiratory challenges that can be presented to them, and then you start losing them. One of the things I've actually learned about goat farming is that you don't stop learning. Personally, I never thought and I never knew that actually you can vaccinate against pneumonia, but it turns out even in goats you can vaccinate against pneumonia. And that particular vaccine actually also helps you to reduce on Clostridios as well. Clostridios is like diarrhea for goats. Now you would be there wanting to ask me what kind of vaccine is used to actually vaccinate against pneumonia and Clostridios. Well, to that I'll refer you to your vet. I'm not a vet, I'm not going to lie to you, but these guys actually know. That's why I always encourage you to consult a vet, consult people who know what they are doing, and they will be able to guide you if you're going to vaccinate against Clostridios, against pneumonia, against PPR, all those kind of diseases they can be vaccinated against. So consult your vet, he will be of help and help you vaccinate against pneumonia. Take all the necessary precautions and avoid the challenge of your goats getting so affected by pneumonia. That's all I have for you this time. Until next time, see you then.